What's up, guys? Welcome back to Daddy Dimes Radio. Today we are going to be kicking it off with NFL recap.
But first, a announcement to kind of pump out some more content for you guys. Me and Levi are going to be taking some kind of official positions here. So I will be taking over as head of the podcast, and you might possibly see more solo podcast shows like I did last week. Of course, when possible, we'll both be here, and possibly special guests with some other kids our age, or possibly our dad again, who we had on for one episode. Especially now that the NBA and college basketball are kicking off, because that's more of his thing. And then Levi will be taking over as the YouTube Shorts director. You may have not noticed, but he already posted a couple shorts recently that you guys should go check out. But he's going to be trying to put out better quality level YouTube shorts than the ones I was doing every couple of days or so now. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into our NFL real quick here. We're going to have another mini episode. Don't know if you guys remember, but at the beginning of the college football season, we did a live commentary of LSU Florida State for a few minutes. And we're now going to do a NBA kickoff live commentary for Sixers versus Celtics. So Levi, who are your we'll do 2 wide receiver that you think managers should start this week, and 2 that you think are going to be weaker this week that they should sit.
I think that they should, any wide receivers.
Mm-hmm. Like, obviously, you're always going to be starting Justin Jefferson, but like people more borderline start or sit. Or just not Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp level.
So I would say start Cooper Kupp. Start. I don't know. Cause I don't know. I don't know.
What about sits?
Sit. I would say sit Devontae Adams if you weren't the Raiders, because he has anger issues.
Honestly, that's kind of a not too bad of a pick. I kind of like that.
But since the Raiders are the Raiders,
I'm not sure who they play next. Let's pull up the schedule. Any other sits that you can think of? One more sit.
I would
real quick. This is this week. Raiders are playing.
They have a bye. Yeah, so I would say.
No, it didn't. It's still loading because they had a bye this week. So I was about to say. Wait, which week? It's going to be week 7, right?
Yeah.
I clicked on that. All right. Well, that's loading. Keep thinking.
Oh, they're playing Texas.
Oh, they're playing the Texans, and I would definitely start him. So I'd put that as a start, honestly. Devontae Adams as a start.
Yeah. The Chiefs are playing the 49ers. The 49ers are going to lose.
Yeah, I was going to say possibly start Juju Smith-Schuster after he scored his first touchdown this past week, but playing the 49ers defense is going to be tough. So I would still sit Juju Smith-Schuster. I have him personally on my team, and I've been sitting him recently as he was disappointing at the beginning of the season for me, but he definitely was better last week. So look to start him after this week. And then looking at the schedule, you got one more sit or one more start.
I would start Saquon Barkley.
We're talking wide receiver here.
I know. I'm blanking on wide receivers, so I moved to running backs.
Well, yeah, obviously start Saquon Barkley. He's been really strong this year, really carrying those Giants to a 5-1 record, which we'll get to in a minute. But I would start Chris Godwin, who probably people haven't been starting yet as return from injury, and the Bucks have had lots of issues so far. But taking on the Panthers, I think it could be a bounce back week for the Buccaneers as a team and a good start for Chris Godwin. So start Chris Godwin, and then I would start Mike Williams against the Seahawks in the Chargers versus Seahawks battle. But we need to keep things moving so we can get in time for the NBA game. So we're going to rank how surprising or how disappointing some of the teams so far, though. So our three most surprising teams, two of them coming from one division. We got the Eagles and the Giants, and then also the Jets. Levi, how would you rank how surprising those three teams are, like in order from most surprising to least surprising?
I think most surprising is the Jets, then the Eagles. What do you say the third team?
Giants.
Giants. I think the Giants are second, and the Eagles are third.
Yeah, I would say it's hard. Obviously, the Eagles are the best team out of those coming into the season, but it's almost you have to rank them above them. You have to consider ranking them above the Giants because they're the only undefeated team in the NFL, which definitely nobody saw coming. But I would probably agree with you going Jets, Giants, Eagles, because that's pretty much just the level of experience plus talent on those rosters. But also Brian Daboll has done a great job with the Giants, and I can't remember the name of the new Jets coach, but he's done great as well. And what's his name? Nick Sirianni, something like that, the Eagles coach. All three of these teams have new coaches, and they're obviously very talented coaches. And then disappointing teams, I got the Raiders, the 49ers, and the Packers.
And the Chiefs.
What? They're 4-2, and one of those losses is to the best team in the NFL.
We should be 6-0.
We should be 5-1. How would you rank those for most disappointing with the 49ers, Raiders, Packers? Remember the
49ers, Raiders, Packers.
that order?
Yeah.
I think Packers are more disappointing than the Raiders just because they have Aaron Rodgers. Well, I mean, we did expect a lot of things with the Raiders, coming in with Devonta Adams. Similarly with how we expected a lot with the Broncos coming in with Russell Wilson. So they might be on that list too. But I would rank, if we add the Broncos in, I would say 49ers, Packers, Broncos, Raiders. That would be my order for the disappointing teams. How would you mix in the Broncos with yours?
I would put the Broncos at number 2.
Under the 49ers, but above Packer Raiders?
Yeah.
All right, and we need to keep things moving. We got about 5 minutes till the NBA game starts. So let's go over the MLB division series here. We got the beating the Braves up to number 1. Big upset so far. Padres beating the Dodgers. So Phillies versus Padres in the National League Championship Series to go to the World Series. Who do you think wins that?
I think the Padres will win.
I don't know. I mean, both teams have looked very strong, but the Phillies are I would say, more hot team as of late. The Astros swept the Mariners 3-0, and just today, just a few minutes ago, finishing up, the Yankees put a beating on the Guardians 5-1 to advance. So the two powerhouse teams in the American, Yankees versus Astros. Who do you think wins in that one?
I think the Yankees do.
I think the Astros will. They look great against the Mariners. Yordan Alvarez is absolutely insane, and he's been much better than the Yankees star Aaron Judge in the playoffs so far. Though, of course, the Yankees did go up against possibly the best pitching in the MLB and the Guardians. But and then who do you think is going to be the World Series winner if you have the Yankees and Padres advancing?
Yankees.
Yankees beat the Padres. All right. So you think the Yankees get number 28 after I don't even know how long it's been since they won one. But let's go ahead and move on to a live commentary of the 76ers Celtics game here. Starts at 6:35 actually. So we got a little bit of time to do a pregame analysis. That's the NBA. I think someone's performing right now on the NBA tip-off. But we're going to need to make sure we're muted when we play the game here in a second. But Levi, first off, we'll just start whole season. Which of these teams has a more successful season? 76ers having James Harden for a whole season, or Celtics possibly playing like they did the second half of the season now for a full
I think
season?
the Celtics will with Gatorade Dude and Jason Tatum.
Gatorade dude?
Yeah, he's in a bunch of Gatorade commercials. Really? Oh my gosh.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Jason Tatum? You don't know who Jason Tatum is?
I didn't know he was in Gatorade commercials.
Oh my gosh, get a life.
Get a life. At least I don't watch Gatorade commercials for fun. Anyways, I agreed with your Celtics pick. Coming off obviously losing a championship and then adding Malcolm Brogdon, one of the most underrated moves of the NBA offseason. And another underrated move they made was adding Danilo Gallinari, but he's possibly out for the rest of the season, which definitely hurts their depth. But they already have great depth with guys like Peyton Pritchard and Grant Williams coming off the bench. And now they add Malcolm Brogdon to that as well, who was a guy who was averaging almost 20 points a game as a starter in Indiana. But then why do you think the 76ers will be less successful?
Because I think James Harden is going to injure himself again.
Injure himself again? Why do you think that?
I have a gut feeling.
Gut feeling. I honestly think Harden's going to have the best year he has had since he won MVP. Obviously, it's not going to be near the MVP level. I think Luka is going to win the MVP this year. But the 76ers also made some underrated offseason moves, getting D'Anthony Melton for some bench depth, and then PJ Tucker, a winning piece that helped James Harden and Chris Paul reach the conference finals multiple times. So which move do you think is better? Sixers adding PJ Tucker or Celtics adding Malcolm Brogdon?
I think the Sixers adding PJ Tucker.
Yeah, I think it's definitely the Celtics versus adding Malcolm Brogdon is probably more underrated, but I think PJ Tucker helps the 76ers more because they were already a much weaker team than the Celtics last year record-wise. Maybe not talent-wise because Joel Embiid's probably clearly the most talented. And then you even have an argument. I think it's Tatum, but you have an argument between Tatum and Harden even then, But obviously the Celtics have more depth and a better defense with probably the two best defensive players in the NBA being Marcus Smart and Robert Williams. Plus, honestly, Jason Tatum is probably the best defender out of the top 10, like offense, top 10, top 15 offensive players outside probably Kawhi Leonard, which who knows how he's going to do this year. Giannis is up there as well. That's a good point. But we're going to go ahead and go to NBA tip-off. So we're going to mute for a second, guys. And we'll see what happens when we come back. So see you guys in a minute. right, and we see the starting lineups here for the 76ers, Tyrese Maxey, James Harden, Tobias Harris, PJ Tucker, and Joel Embiid. And then for the Celtics, Marcus Smart, Derek White, surprising him being in there over Malcolm Brogdon.
Just
then
forgot about him, doesn't
Jaylen Brown, Jason
oh.
Tatum, and Al Horford. Here's the tip, 76ers ball. Embiid with the ball at the top of the key. Tyrese Maxey, one of Levi's favorites.
Mm-hmm. He got a pretty busted number, too.
0.
Fade away. Yeah, that's my number.
Embiid might have gotten fouled there. Oh, but PJ Tucker already making his impact with the board. Out of bounds off him, though. Nice D by the Boston Celtics.
Is my number.
Really?
Do you not see my 5 jerseys I hang up in my room that all say number 0?
Nope.
Gosh. I've been number 0 for
Here's Marcus
5
Smart.
years.
Still has his green hair that he got during the playoffs.
I think if he dyed it Philadelphia blue, his teammates would love
Embiid
it.
on Smart. He drives. Floater. Celtics with the first points of the NBA season with their new dark green jerseys. Looking kind of clean.
Looking kind of like barf, if I do say so myself.
I like them. Tobias Harris with a deep floater.
They're not terrible.
Yeah.
But they're not good.
Jaylen Brown spin move out to Horford.
For 3.
Extra pass to Smart. Extra pass to Tatum. Corner 3. Got it in Embiid's face.
And that's an air ball.
5-2. Celtics lead.
James Harden drives around the paint. Is he gonna pull up? Nope, he is not. James Harden from
Embiid's
3.
got a 3.
I meant Embiid.
Misses. Jason Tatum on the board. Tatum drives. Tough layup. Oh, in and out, but he got the foul on Embiid.
His arms are straight up. How much are you paying him, Tatum?
Here's the replay.
It's an offensive foul.
No. Tucker was shuffling his feet back then. Embiid came in behind. I think that's the right call by the refs.
I think they should tee up
foul
Tatum.
on Joel Embiid.
I think they should tee up Tatum. Take him out of the game.
First free throw good for Tatum. 6-2.
Tucker looks weird in a Philadelphia jersey.
I know. See, look how good those Celtics jerseys are.
Vista print.
Second free throw good as well. 7-2 Boston. Jason Tatum already with 5 points. Tyrese Maxey on the drive. Oh, big block by Tatum.
And Tatum has been posterized.
Oh my gosh. Why are you cheering so much for the 76ers?
Because I don't like the Celtics.
What? How do you not like the Celtics?
They beat the Bucks.
Oh my
They
gosh.
cheated.
You also used to say that about the Heat, and then you got a Tyler Hero jersey.
Because I like Tyler
Tobias Harris on the miss. How do you not like Tatum and Brown? Oh, Embiid gets a crazy block just like Tatum's, but even better on Derek White's drive.
Instant replay. Get that out of here. Go back to the bench.
Oh my goodness. Joel Embiid one-ups Tatum's big block on the other end.
I like the Heat.
You used to didn't like them because they beat the Bucks in the playoffs.
Well,
and Derek White loses it.
Also,
might have been a foul called, though.
Also, one of the reasons I didn't like them, you were cheering for them, and I can't really agree with you.
Yeah, and I cheered for the Celtics, and you disagree.
Exactly.
But of all people, James Harden's team?
Now, this is Tyrese Maxey's team, okay? James Harden just happens to be on it.
It's Joel Embiid's team. Marcus Smart, great pass to Horford, but he misses the layup. Oh, but Smart gets a steal. Behind the back to Tatum, and he finishes 9-2. Tatum with 7 points. Wanted the and one call there, but doesn't get it. And there's a charge. Derek White takes it.
That is in the circle,
Tyrese
and
Maxey
you're paid.
on the charge.
As you can see, Maxey is very happy.
There's the instant replay. Smart took it right out of Embiid's hands behind the back to Tatum, who easily gets past James Harden, one of the best defenders in
And
the
looks to the
NBA.
ref to see if he gave him enough money to make that call.
Yeah, there was definitely no foul there. You know Harden doesn't try.
But have you seen that play where he's just like running back and he just like lightly, like he like doesn't even turn
Yeah.
around, just hits the ball?
Jaylen Brown
Just kinda
step back
hanging.
3. No good.
Bricks it.
Derek White tips it out to Tatum. No look pass to Horford. Finds Brown in the paint. Blocked by PJ Tucker. Lots of blocks already. But the Sixers need to find a way to score. Celtics defense looking as good as last year, even without Robert Williams, of course. Derek White is also one of the best perimeter guards.
Embiid posting up Jaylen Brown, the shorty.
Double comes from Tatum, though.
Give it to Harden. For 3.
2 seconds. Oh! Nice step back, but he misses. Embiid on the board. He misses his layup. What's the call? A foul on Tatum.
That's technical.
Or maybe a foul on Horford there.
It was on White.
Either way, no foul. That should not have been a foul.
Yeah, see, the ref is like...
Doc Rivers wants a technical on that one. Embiid misses the first free throw.
See, the refs even altered the goal.
You really think the refs want the Celtics to win that much?
Yes.
The 76ers have more higher paid players than Embiid and Harden. Embiid makes the second free throw.
They want those Gatorades from Tatum. They want those Gatorades.
9-3 the score. 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Smart to Brown. Jaylen Brown wide open 3. Missed it.
But he can't shoot.
Tough start for Jaylen Brown.
I know 3-year-olds who can
Harden
shoot
has
better.
Horford on him. Step back again with the same
That's
move.
A foul. That's
and
a foul.
Misses again. Oh, but they got the foul. Harden might be shooting 3. And that is what we call a flop, folks.
That is not a flop.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, see? He's run the clip.
What in the world? And Harden kind of looks like he's Uncle Drew now, 70 years old.
Look at this. He
okay,
put his
yeah,
foot in his face.
It's the right call. It's the right call.
That's what they did to Kawhi and tried to ruin his ankle.
Yeah, but Al Horford's actually nice.
I know he didn't do it on purpose, but like that's where they made the call.
And now they're going to be reviewing it for a technical. Al Horford's upset. But guys, I think this is a good stopping point for us. We got to go eat dinner. But we will see you guys next time. Look for more NBA content to go.